Thou shalt not kill. So much for Sunday school.
How did we get here, Gary?
What?
How did total strangers become enemies, ready to kill each other?
I know it must be hard for you, but you gotta man up if you're gonna survive. Never let killing the rats make you sore.
Back alleys, mean streets, souls bleed, as for life they compete. Future dreams challenged by dark schemes. Life ain't easy when undesirables you glean. And you feel like a shadow moving through the muddy blues of freedom's nightmare.
When a regime sacrifices humanity for vanity, leaving the clamor of insanity as the song of morning birds. While under a canopy of agony, the innocent seek shelter from death. It's hard not to succumb to the lure of madness when all around you beckons hate to narrate your destiny.
When you come from a legacy of stars, stripes, and bars, with Thanksgiving dinners served on plates of red, white, and blue, and Santa has a medal or two. When the flag is hanging not only in your front yard, but in your backyard and on your roof, there's bound to be some military in your blood. So I am part of a pride whose proud is preserving your democracy and protecting our liberty.
Met me a shorty who changed my trajectory from iron bars to heavenly stars. Yeah, we took a long walk around the park and found that our hearts couldn't part. And that was the start of rewiring my brain so I could see the possibilities beyond the cracked window view of freedom's nightmare and money globe.
Help me. Help me keep my mind from the seduction of that freeze that wants to leave the blood in the sand, death in the breeze. After my heart was obliterated by bonds from your daughters and sons, from another part of your earthly kingdom.
Sometimes it's hard. Hard to see these young boys and girls going through hell. But it's a necessary democracy to keep our democracy alive and well. And yes, it is my duty to keep them in line and ready to defend our freedom.
Yes, sir. This sucker got up all up in my face talking about my salvation's been a waste and my life's been a waste and that my salvation depends on my cooperation with the creed that knocks my religion down on its knees. Yes, sir. In another story, his ass would have been kicked. He better be glad that I don't want my family's truth to be found in
Money's blue.
Yes, sir.
No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't control the bloodlust raging inside me. So with a weapon in hand, I was out to spill the blood of the enemy in the sand. Until my rage was stilled by a question from a dying man.
Thou shalt not kill. Well, so much for Sunday school.
Any man worth his salt should be proud to serve his country and ready to eradicate any enemy that threatens our way of life. In war, it's kill or be killed! Yeah.
It's clear, right? Okay, it's clear. Okay, the road through. It's through. Holmes! Yes, sir.
The bombers should declare the area rats. Go check that booth over there. And if you see any rats, what are you gonna do?
Kill him, sir?
What do you mean, kill him, sir? Do you know where you are?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question private?
Yes, sir.
If you had to kill someone to protect your family, would you do it?
Yes, sir.
Would you do the same to protect your country, even if it meant you had to sacrifice your life?
Hell no, sir.
What do you mean, hell no?
No disrespect, sir, but who would take care of my family and raise my son?
Fair question, private. Fair question. But tell me something. You want your wife to be sex trafficked by a rat?
Hell no, sir.
Your son to be enslaved and forced to unspeakable evil?
Hell no.
Then you better be ready to do what's possible to keep that from happening. To defend our country, regardless of what you have to sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready, sir? So, tell me, what are you going to do if you find the rats?
Kill it, sir. Kill it.
Good. Now go and find some rats.
Yes, sir. Don't move! Don't move!
You have orders to kill me, don't you?
What? What the fuck you staring at me for? Stop staring at me or I will blow your fucking head off!
My name is Sadiq.
So what? I didn't ask you your name.
Why do you hate me?
What?
Why do you hate me?
Hate you? I don't even know you.
My name is Muhammad Al-Sadiq.
No, your name is Rat.
A rat?
Yeah, that's right, Rat.
Did I do anything to you to make you want to murder me?
Huh?
Did I, Muhammad Al-Sadiq, do anything to you to make you want to murder me?
Yeah, you're a rat. That's all I need to know. You're trying to play me, ain't you, huh?
Play you?
Yeah, that's right. You're trying to play me.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, so you're gonna play dumb now, huh? Act like you were trying to fuck with my head? Well, it ain't gonna work, Rat. You don't think I'll do it, do you, huh?
You never killed anyone.
Damn it!
You never killed anyone before, have you? What's your name?
Gary.
I'm Sadiq.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I didn't sign up for this shit. I was learning how to repair plane engines when the motherfucking war broke out, and the next thing I know is I'm in the middle of hell.
You married?
Huh?
Your wedding band.
Yeah, I'm married.
Kids?
Yeah. I got a newborn son.
Thanks.
Thanks. Man, if I knew this shit was gonna happen, I wouldn't have enlisted. I would have did whatever I had to do to provide. Shit, I'd even go back to hustling drugs. But if my wife found out, she'd yank my balls and serve them on a plate of spaghetti.
Sounds like you got a good woman.
Yes, I do. I love my wife. And I miss her so much. She's my everything, man, my everything. And I can't wait to hold my son.
Yes. Family is a blessing.
Wow. I'm a dad, man. Can you believe it? Me, a dad? So what if I just do? Whoa, hey, what's wrong?
I miss her so much.
Your wife? What happened?
The fucking drones! That's what. She was pregnant. Pregnant with our first child. Pregnant with our first child, Gary. And those bastards bombed her.
Oh my God.
I never know my child. I never know my child, Gary.
Sadiq, man, I'm so sorry.
I never know my child. And for what? What did they do to deserve that? I couldn't bury them, Gary. I couldn't bury them because I couldn't find any remains. There were no remains, Gary.
Well, Sadiq, I can't. Sadiq, I wish I knew what to say right now, but I'm
No,
also.
I hope you never do.
Sadiq, I'm really sorry about what happened to your family, man. Man, this is so fucked up.
You're no killer, Gary. There's a coldness in a killer's eyes that I didn't see it in yours. And I knew it the first time I saw you.
Yeah? Don't get it twisted, because I can still kick some ass.
You're funny.
I'm serious.
Gary,
What?
I know this may sound strange, but I see a lot of people around you. You're going to give them a key.
What?
You're going to give people a key. You're going to empower people, Gary.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me get this straight. Am I on the battlefield or in the Twilight Zone? Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
I don't know where or why I saw it. I knew what I saw, Gary. You were giving people a key.
Oh, I get it now. I get it. Ooh. You're a psychic. And you can see my future. So, Mr. Third Eye, you see me hitting the lotto? Because if you do, drop them numbers on me so I can send them to my wife so we can have a sweet little life when I get out of here.
This is a joke. But it's not.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Sadiq. Empower people. Anyway, something you said bothers me. And I'm not talking about the woo stuff.
What?
Murder. Why'd you keep calling it murder?
You don't think we're murdering each other here, Gary?
Well, I never thought of it like that, but murder makes it sound criminal.
So How do you see it?
Well, it's war.
So that justifies total strangers murdering each other?
Well, it depends. Damn, how far down the rabbit hole did you go? Never mind.
Gary,
What?
say you just shot an enemy, and before he died, he asked you, why? What would you say to him?
Well, I don't know. Why'd you ask me that, Sadiq? You trying to mess with my head again?
No, it happened to me, Gary.
Really?
I couldn't answer. Every reason, every excuse that came to my mind didn't make sense anymore. And I know it sounds crazy, but
No, it does, especially after what happened to your wife.
I know. But I realized that no amount of killing is going to bring her back or ease this pain.
I hear you, Sadiq.
It only makes it worse.
Definitely hear you.
How did we get here, Gary?
What?
How did total strangers become enemies, ready to kill each other?
I don't know.
Why did you call me a rat?
Because that's what I was told to call you. Wait. Hold
You
up.
see it,
Wait,
don't you?
hold up. Give me a minute to wrap my brain around this.
That's why I have to leave the brothers on the cause.
What do you mean you left? You just walked away?
You don't just walk away from them.
So what happened?
I was declared an enemy, publicly shamed, beaten like a dog, left there on the street to die, with a warning that said if anyone dared to help me, they'd pay.
Wow, that's foul. So how'd you end up here?
A poor old man who had more heart than fear. He risked his life to help me.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yes. He's a rare human being, kind and caring. The amount of kindness he showed me helped me restore my faith in humanity. Even though we're in the bowels of hell, and this was his home.
Where is he now?
The last time I saw him was just before this bombing.
No.
I'm afraid so.
Wait. So you were here when this place was bombed? Okay. Take it easy. Put that on.
You know, Gary, I'm still trying to understand why I'm still alive. With everything that I've been through, death would be a welcome comfort. But I'm still here. Why?
I don't think I can help you with that, Sadiq.
Maybe I was prepared to meet you.
What?
Yes.
Stop.
Now I understand why I had that vision.
Okay. So would you care to share? Because right now I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Is war enough of a reason to justify strangers murdering each other?
That's not what I asked you, Sadiq.
I know, I'm getting to it.
Okay, well, with no disrespect with what you've been through, why can't you accept that it is what it is?
So you're saying war justifies strangers murdering each other?
Look, Sadiq, it'd be great if we all came together singing Kumbaya and worked the shit out, but it ain't happening, man. It ain't. It's been that way since one caveman hit another in the head with a rock, and it ain't gonna change.
Why?
Because it's been that way forever, Sadiq.
Why?
I don't know, human nature, but it is what it is, Sadiq, and there's not much we can do about it.
Why do you believe that?
Because it is what it is, whether you agree with it or not, Sadiq.
You keep saying it is what it is, but nothing about what makes it what it is. So tell me, what makes it what it is?
Damn it, Sadiq. Can I come up with some air? Can I? Your deep is drawing me, man. All I wanted to know is why you think I'm the reason you're still alive.
You couldn't kill me.
What?
Why couldn't you kill me?
I don't know. I don't know.
I understand clearly. I've been where you are. Stuck between what you've been taught to believe and the truth. It's not an easy place to be.
Okay, you think?
So what's most important to you now?
To get the hell out of this shitstorm and get back to my family alive.
If that means you have to kill someone, could you do it?
Is there a choice?
Then be aware of the beast.
Beast? What beast?
The beast within that war can bring out.
What are you talking about?
The beast that makes you numb to death, numb to destruction, numb to your own conscience.
Whoa.
Yes. You've got to keep an eye on him.
Shit! I should have gone AWOL, man! Holmes! What? Is this Sergeant? Yes, sir!
Find any rats?
What am I going to tell him?
Well, did you find any rats?
No! I haven't found any, sir!
But if you do, you know what to do.
Yes, sir! What?
Well, I'm not a rat after all.
Oh, fuck you. I should take that water and you would come here. I'll take that right. You would become a rat after that, huh? How the hell did we get here? No doubt. You're crazy as fuck, Sadiq. I still don't get a lot of what you're talking about. But despite all that, for some crazy reason, you're right. So I must be just as crazy as you are.
Well, it's nice to have company.
Really? In the desert. Hot. Oh, hey. Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. You need help. Sergeant Riley!
Private Holmes!
Yes, sir. I need a medic, sir.
Are you hurt?
No, sir. But I've got a wounded soldier here, sir. A wounded soldier. He needs help, sir. He needs help.
You want to bow?
Yeah. He's from the 43rd platoon, sir. And he's dying, sir. He's dying. He needs help.
Okay. Stay with him.
Okay.
I'll send for some medics.
All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, Sadiq. Now you hanging there?
No,
Okay?
now you listen to me. You're gonna tell them I tried to fool you, and I tried to kill you.
No, I'm not doing that, Sadiq. No, come on, man.
Getting back to your family is no more important to you.
Yeah, it is, but getting you home safe is something.
Here, we're on our way.
Okay, sir. Okay. Come on, Sadiq, stay there. Come on, Sadiq. Come on, they're almost here, man. They're almost here.
Survive, Gary.
Come on, Sadiq. Come on. Sergeant Riley.
Holmes!
Sadiq.
Private Holmes, you there? Sadiq. Private Holmes! It's okay, sir. It's okay, I'm getting this. You did the right thing, Holmes. You did the right thing. Now there's one less rat to worry about. What? I don't give a damn about his name. His name is Sadiq. I don't give a damn about his name. He's a rat. Look, I don't know what the hell happened here, but never let a rat fool you. They're clever as hell. And if you have let them into your head, they have you thinking that down is up and up is down. Do you hear me? Never play with a rat because it could cost you your life. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
I know it must be hard for you, but you gotta man up if you're gonna survive. Never let killing a rat make you soft. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
First kill, huh? First kill is always the hardest. She'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Yeah.
The beast.
What was that?
Nothing, sir.
In war, it's what?
Kill or be killed.
I can't hear you, Private. Kill or be killed, okay? What's your tone, Private? Good. Now come on. There's more territory to come.
Okay. Survive.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the author of Why, the bestseller that is also Book of the Year, Mr. Gary Holmes.
Thank you. Thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to be here. I heard that earth angels come in many forms. Well, besides my wife, Muhammad al-Sadiq was definitely born. He not only inspired this book, but he prophesied it before I even knew I could write. And even though I gave him hell, he blessed me with an insight that resurrected the power of why Fruits Mission's graveyard. So now, instead of saying it is what it is, I ask, what makes it what it is? You see, why is key to clarity. Clarity that will enable the serpent to become a more powerful agent against needless death and destructions and the tears and fears that follow in their wake. Why can bring clarity? Clarity, which brings healing to wherever division seeks to create enemies, or corruption, seeking obedience, where ignorance seeks disciples, or even to your in-laws, seeking drama. Why empowers you to make more informed decisions about matters that impact the quality of your life. So let why be your ally for brighter days ahead. And with that in mind, I hope this dialogue doesn't end here. I hope it inspires you and it spreads conversations that will leave everyone empowered. And in closing, I'd like to dedicate this book to Muhammad al-Sadiq. You opened my eyes to the power of why, and they haven't closed ever since. Sadiq, you will always be a blessing in my life. And may the power of why be a blessing in yours.
Go ahead and come on down front since we don't have a microphone for you right now.
Okay. Just in terms of the inspiration behind the play, was it something personal that you decided to put on paper and then have it act out, or is it just something you imagined in your mind?
Well, honestly, I was inspired by empathy.
Oh, okay.
Because when you see both sides walk against each other, and the reason isn't really sound,
Okay.
it's all mind game.
Right.
It's all predictive programming. And what happens in translation is all this damage.
Mm-hmm.
Death, damage, people come back, PTSD, you know, their lives are totally destroyed.
Right.
So I wanted to put another perspective on conflict, war, something that looked at it from a more personal.
Man.
Right.
Right.
That's a wonderful question.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and I think you had a question for, what was that other question you had?
Oh, anyone here feel,
Okay.
anyone
Yeah,
here
so
take
put
anything
tomorrow.
from their
Yeah.
own personal life
Tomorrow I'll make sure
and
to this one.
implement it into their role in terms of the characters? So you all played them very well. So I mean, I'm just wondering if he knows somebody in the military who's very militant, because he did an excellent job. He also did a great job as well in terms of, just expressing himself in terms of how he felt. He was really torn between having to follow the regimen versus being very human. So I'm just trying to see if any of them have any personal experience that they put into playing that role.
You're coming back tomorrow.
Okay.
You right? I'll pick you up. You Uber, let me know what the number is.
Great question.
Well, we had an interesting talk this afternoon before we came out, and we were talking about the military. I was in the armed forces, and I'm also a parent and a grandparent and a great grandparent.
Wow.
So raising my children in a war zone during the crack era, you know, I had to take some of the skills that I learned in the service to make sure they were protected, protected.
Right.
You know, and then rehearsing, I looked at the script, and the work that I do now, it was so on time. Because we have young people that are shooting each other, don't know that they're not really enemies.
Right.
You know, so I thank Frank for his writing and then having these two of the marvelous actors, you know, on stage, you know. I felt a lot of personal stuff in it, you know, and I just really appreciate the whole work, and did insist the other day making me step it up, and, you know, let me know it was okay to do it, you know, because I didn't want to scare everybody in the audience, but I have to scare everybody in the audience because this is some real shit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You listening? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what he was saying, because I've never been in the Army, but Brenda was giving me a lot of tips. I actually got a 5-minute chat with his son who was in the Army as well.
Air Force.
Air Force.
You said Army,
Air Force.
It's like different.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yes. And AU, of course, giving me a lot of tips on it. And obviously, like being a black man in general, that's what that first monologue was about. So it's not really too hard to get to that place about, because you know how it is, you know, in today's era. And then imagination, like, what would that really feel like if I was in that position? Because I've never been actually in a desert with an enemy, you know. It comes down to imagination and how far can I go to like transform me as an actor to that place.
Right. Excellent.
How does it feel to be an Earth Angel? Because you were actually the good guy in the entire play. You're the good
He
guy.
was the rat. Let's get that straight, all right?
Rat. How does it feel to be an Earth Angel?
Well, again, like thanks to Frank, because like writing such good material really gives us like actors to work with something. And when I read the script, like for the first day when I was auditioning, I felt something deep. That's what gave me like the gut to go with it and trust him completely and do this. I mean, I personally was never in army, but like 6 of my uncles were in army, like throughout my childhood. So I was growing up with my grandmother because she was alone all the time, and then I could see like her fear all the time, like are they gonna come back or is something's gonna happen? So it's like that fear kind of stayed with me, and then I know the experience of people who stayed back and the loss they experienced. That's what helped me to like stay back.
Awesome. Basically, those are the questions I had.
Write them down and have them memorized.
Those are great questions. Those don't seem.
Yes.
Those don't seem like they were stage questions. And you need that.
That's my sister. That's my sister.
We're keeping her.
Yeah, dinner at the door, right?
Lay out this tape and be ready.
Be ready, right?
What's your name, sweetheart?
Oh, it's Sandy.
Sandy.
Yes.
Sandy, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you. This was awesome. Awesome.
You're gonna get love notes for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We love you. Come back.
No, you did a wonderful job, everyone. I mean, I thought it felt so real. That's why I asked, you know, in terms of the personal connection. Because with all of them, just in some way, shape, or form, I felt that they had a connection with their characters, you know, whether directly or indirectly. So that showed it was excellent job.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Because
Coming out.
this is the first time for I think that one.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
I think, how many times have you done like plays? I'm asking you because I really don't know on the real tip. Have you been in theater for a long time or?
Well, back in India, I did theater for a while, and here, this is my 3rd time performing.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
say this first. Okay.
So everybody's here.
Yeah, but in those who have been around, and he's been forever, he has experience. We don't say forever today because that implies age.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do that. That's ageism and they'll come.
Right. That's okay. You did a wonderful job. Awesome.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you how significant it is. Since before my trailer just came out today, The name of the film is called Why Tomorrow Never Comes.
What?
And it just came out. While I'm on my meeting, I get a text that my trailer's out. It's called Why Tomorrow Never Comes. You can get it on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's about almost the same thing. It's about urban though. The stuff that's happening now is no different from what you wrote.
This was happening.
And what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's a template.
Yes, template.
Oh, there you go.
Why
Yeah,
tomorrow?
really.
That's why, man. Brother is so significant, man. You know, because why, man? And nobody knows why.
And that's the
And
question.
that's what they operate on.
Yeah.
And that term, it is what it is. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, those lines.
Oh.
Those lines kill me. Man. That
Because we
is,
use it, it's a colloquial, you know,
Yeah.
we throw it out now,
Yeah.
it is what it is, which is disempowering.
Yeah.
What is it? Because what
Yeah.
Makes
is?
it what it is,
Yeah.
puts you in a
Yeah.
different
Why
position.
is it?
yeah, it's so ill when Sadiq says that because it's almost you hear it from another language.
Mhm.
You know when he speaks, and it's like this is his cultural, you know, verbiage. You know, this is who he is. It is what it is. He said, well, then what? You know, and I said, wow, they saying, yo, that's some good stuff, man. You know, and then he tries to explain that it ain't what it ain't what it is.
And he blows out the water.
Yeah.
It's like rejecting the truth, you know.
Boom,
You don't want to hear the truth.
yes.
But I think it really impacts you to understand maybe that your enemy isn't your enemy. And the enemy is who you want it to be, if you want it to be, or who you're told the enemy is. I think in today's political climate, it affects us every day. I'm not going to go any further than that because you already looked at the news, so I'll leave it right there. But I think right now would be really nice if you met the playwright. So, Mr. Robinson, come on down.
Okay. First, let me thank you all for coming out tonight and sharing your energy with us as we put this production up for you. Oh, can you hear me now? Okay, good. I'd like to bring out these phenomenal craftsmen who, in a very short period of time, developed the characters that they had to play. And I just want to say they did an impressive job. I'd like to introduce Mr. Kassime Ben Fofana. Mr. Rohith Guttamidhi. And Mr. A.U. Hogan. Oh, yeah, bring a chair.
Okay, I know you guys have questions. I'm not even going to ask. If you do, you're just going to have to hold up your hand so I can point it out. And I'll probably repeat the questions because what I didn't do at the beginning, I didn't say hello to everybody who's tuning in via, I almost said Bluetooth, via YouTube because we're live streaming tonight. So, you could be famous, but the camera's pointed at me. So, question number one, I don't care. Don't be shy because don't make me go call people out. 1, 2, wait, I almost saw a hand come up. Wait. Call out? See, there's someone brave.
Yes, I want congratulations on your play. I just want to ask, was this your personal experience?
Okay, just for a minute. For the folks at home, is this a personal experience? What inspired? So
Yes, so basically, I'm not sure, that first monologue where it comes out, it's, Holmes talks about his experience as a black man. So, obviously, with that as a backstory, of course, it's coming from, personal experience. I'm sure everyone here knows what's happening to minorities and with the protests and stuff like that. So it's very important for that message to be clear. That answers your question.
Oh, was it my personal experience? I guess feeling connected to life, period, and feeling, watching things that go on the battlefields and just wondering how they're feeling beneath the surface about what's happening with life and the situation that they're in. It made me have an empathy. And that empathy brought about an urge for clarity about how do these things really happen? And what is the impact on a human being in the situation? If you could put yourself in the place of what's called an enemy and then you're supposedly, the other side, what really separates you? And that was why I wrote this, because I wanted to explore where does the separation come from and how? And is there another way we can deal with these situations?
I think human beings and the piece that we really looked at, we don't look too much into ourselves. We look at the faults of others because we know the faults that we have are hidden. And often that makes us supposedly stronger people, but it actually makes us weaker people. I think if we really look into what we're suffering, that person that you're beginning to hate is suffering in some way also. Yeah. Let me just cut this real quick and I'll pass it down. That we eventually, they eventually believed the same thing. Eventually, as they got it, when they started really understanding what happens on the battlefield, he was forced into believing that he had to be in the battlefield. And that's what happens to us often. We're forced to believe, for whatever particular reason, we have to be there. But if you look at the world historically, there's a line that this unbelievable playwright wrote. Now, can we give up a hand for that? What's another end? Because we had no time to be together. I mean, we all busy. We were working and stuff like that. For us to put this together and for us to happen to believe in the characters, we had to first believe in those words. And we had to understand that those words were not just words that was thrown on a piece of paper. It was words that was relevant to this time. And it's very important that we believed in the words, and then listen to the directions and how to really put it out there. So this eventually became natural because this is what we're going through. Not just black people, white people. This is what humans are going through. We're being fooled by the guy that's saying that next guy is the rat. Okay, we got to stop believing that the other guy's a rat. And that's your brother and that's your sister. And remove colors, racial images, religions out of it. And we'll get along better.
I can't back him up off that one.
Stand behind you. Sir, I'm going to ask a question of all of you. I'm standing behind you because I have to be in the middle because we have a mic, and I'm going to get to your question in a moment. Any of you can answer this, and actually I'm going to ask him to speak first just because he's sitting here. The gentleman here is an Indian actor, and he has been over here 3 years? 1 year, okay, I lied. But in rehearsal, we had discussed doing a promo, so what if we had our private and our sergeant and the enemy here to do just a little small film to put up on YouTube saying you should be here and watch this? How long would it take before someone would attack him? Because we're being taught he's the enemy. So how long would it take? And so we kind of nixed the idea of saying this is going to be an incident with the cops, with the people on Jamaica Avenue because they think he's the bad guy. So if you want to dial that back maybe 20, 30 years, he's the enemy. So the question I think to all of you and all of you is, how much are we being taught? I agree with you that we're being said, okay, he's the bad guy, let's go beat him up, and we're creating but how long have we been fed the line? I think the line has been more blatant within, let's say the last 5 or 6 years, but how long have we been fed the line? Go for it. Because you're the enemy. Well, I've been in this country for a year. Before coming here, I didn't follow news or anything at all about America, but I tried to. But I'm not. But yeah, after coming here, I heard news about gun violences very frequently, and then I had an incident where I get to the subway and it was just young kids, I'm sorry, there are kids here. Yeah, young kids choosing violence, and they don't even know why. They don't just question it, why they're doing what they're doing, and coming to this play, I read the script the first day, and they did I saw that questioning and why are you choosing this? Who taught you all that? So it made sense to me to be a part of this, and then since I've been here. Well, can you repeat the question again?
How long have we been fed the lie? It's been more blatant. I'm really loving that. It's more blatant in the last 4 or 5 years that we're being fed a lie. First opinion. But how long have we been fed the lie? Because we're all American. We're here to save the world. How long have we been fed the lie?
Oh, I think for me personally, ever since I was born, I'm in the Bronx, so there's always. Man, here we go. Time out. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my God.
Got something more.
Okay. Good Mets fan. Because I grew up in the Bronx, so there's all types of stereotypes. Even I've seen black people have stereotypes against Asians. We're all in the same neighborhood, you know what I mean? And coming from an African household, I'm from West Africa, Ivory Coast, and I remember even growing up, there was a kind of disparity between being black, African American, and being African. You know what I mean? It's we all come from the same place, but you come here and then you start being programmed by society, and you forget who you really are. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's a never-ending thing. I don't think it's ever going to stop. That's what makes America America to me, I think.
We're going to make it stop.
Yeah, we could try. Yeah.
We're going to end that line, right? These young people right here from Life Camp, they're going to end that line.
Hand out the mic to the sergeant, sir.
We're going to change the narrative. These young people right here, they came out and see the division. Life Camp Inc. is out here, the gun violence organization, and we have to teach. This play is so representative of what people are going through right now in the streets and everywhere. And they laugh because people hear the news. Sadiq, brother, didn't hear the news, but the news when they laugh because they said Bronx, and it's a blessing to leave the Bronx to come here and get here safe. And we got to change that. We have to change that because it's interesting. It's my last statement for the second is that we have the most unbelievable technology, and we profess to be the most intellectual since the beginning of time. And we have more war, disease, and hate than we ever had before on the planet. It's inexcusable. We have to give these young people a better chance, a better opportunities, and try to iron some of our hate, because all I hate is ignorance. That's all it is.
Amen, sir. Yes. And I just like to pose this question to kind of cap this off. There's a saying, the whole world is a stage, and everybody plays a part. But the question remains, who's writing the script?
Yes.
Think about it. All the information that you imbibe throughout the day is shaping a mindset. Are you aware of what that mindset is producing? Are you aware of what your knowledge is producing? Or are you just animating it blindly? So another thing about this play is critical thinking. I think we really need to resurrect that from submission's graveyard, and bring it back to life in our lives. So at least when things come down the pipeline, we take the time to see what, why, how. How is this going to impact me? And then the ripple effects that come about after that. So in essence, it's about really feeling connected, because we are all truly connected. It's just thought that separates us. Check the thoughts that create the divides and see whether or not they're truly valid. Because in this culture now, divide and conquer is having one party. They are celebrating all the confusion, all the conflict, everything that is keeping us in chaos. Because in my opinion only, that's the agenda. That's how they maintain their power base. Because in order for us to try to come out of the chaos, where do we turn? Who do we turn to? Yes, because the source actually is you. So you're the source of the conflict and you're the source of the solution. So this play, again, as I was telling Brenda and others, this was basically an inspiration that I, staying up all night long and whatnot, all this stuff flying in my head, but I understood that we need clarity now more than ever before. We do. Because we're at a crisis point in our lives now. And we're looking at each other with too much fear, too much confusion. And we really need to look at each other with understanding and compassion and empathy. And that should allow care and love to prevail. Because that's what will solve a lot of our problems. To re-implement care, and I mean, when I say care, I'll put it as an acronym: connection, appreciation, respect, and empowerment.
Write that down.
Connection, appreciation, respect, and empowerment. If we can bring that energy to each other, heaven would no longer be here, away somewhere that you have to die to get to. That heaven could be now.